channel, folks. We've got a new artist to the channel. Jeff Cather made a gift for me to do this song of David Byrnes. So Jeff, shout out to you firstly. Thank you for this. And the name of the song, She Don't. I don't know what that's about, but let's see. Jeff, you said David is from Fort Worth, Texas, and has been a fixture on the Texas music scene for many years. David co-wrote this song about his fiancée, Amanda. So, David, if you see this, and Amanda, congratulations. I don't know when the marriage is to take place, or maybe it already took place, but nonetheless, very cool. Let's see where you go with this one. Jeff is not in Texas, though. Jeff is in Oregon, but Jeff knows everything about music everywhere in every part of the world. I bet if I got into, like, Japanese techno, well, no, I can't imagine you into techno. Bad example. Maybe Japanese country music. You might even know about that. It'll actually be interesting. All right. Before I go off on a tangent, let's see what David's got for us. Here we go. Comes in strong. Nice.
She's solid and strong, soft and sweet. When she fell to earth, she landed right there in that shotgun seat. She's the prettiest song that you never heard. She's a Tupelo touch, so much more than I deserve. She don't look for all my faults. She don't point out when I'm wrong. She could leave me when I'm gone, but she don't let me go when I'm going through hell, when life feels like a prison cell, when I could give up on myself. She don't.
All right, there's already a lot going on in this song lyrically. Firstly, she's the prettiest song that you've never heard. And I love that because it's his song to hear. That's it. There's certain things in a relationship, and that's what makes them beautiful when they work. That's his song to hear. And yes, that's just the way that goes. And then even when life feels like a prison or something to that effect, you know, that she came over and put her hand on him, and she doesn't judge him. Like negative, she doesn't like criticize him for his faults, or, you know, that was the impetus. And I love that. It's such a hard thing to do in a relationship, but it's like, no, I'm not doing that. You love a person for who they are, not for who you think or you want them to become. Anyway. Nice production.
She's a devil in that short red dress. She's a shot of whiskey that burns my throat and takes my breath. She's a miracle I still can't believe. She don't have to be perfect, she's just perfect enough for me.
That's it.
She don't look for all my faults. She don't point out when I'm wrong. She could leave me when I'm gone, but she don't let me go when I'm going through hell, when life feels like a prison cell, when I could give up on myself. She don't.
Yeah, you need that.
She don't.
You got the same kind of hat.
She don't look for all my faults. She don't point out when I'm wrong. She could leave me when I'm gone, but she don't let me go when I'm going through hell, when life feels like a prison cell, when I could give up on myself. She don't.
I like the way this was shot.
No, she
He's gone. I love that. All right, first I'm going to start with him. I liked his voice. He had a sensitivity, obviously, to the lyrics and that he's just in love, but he still sang it like a man. And I like that part because it wasn't sappy. He wasn't selling the song. That's just what he felt. And the tempo, the way the drums came in hard, even the guitar. I like the way the fiddle got woven in there, but it matched. The whole thing matched. The way he was singing it and the instrumentation, really the instrumentation supported him. And that's what I like to see in a song. Sometimes the vocalist dominates a song too much, and it's like the instrumentation isn't enough. And that's generally on the production side of it, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Some of you folks will know. Jeff, you'll probably know the answer to that one. But in this one, he went right along. But lyrically, all right, so he co-wrote this. I don't know who David co-wrote it with, but whoever, the combination was a wonderful example of observation, like observing what's going on, not only within yourself, but in the dynamic of a relationship. And one of the things about lyrics and songs is that when you hear them for the first time, and to us, that's just the song. Period. I'm listening, I'm jamming along with it, I'm feeling things, that's it. But there was a time when those lyrics weren't on the page. And that's the stage that I always go to in my brain, where there was nothing there, then there was something there. And that interim stage we call creativity, but creativity involves observation, sensitivity, awareness, a respect for the listener, but you have to be able to see those things. And when I hear a song like this, or words strung together in a certain way, or just a phrase in there, like when life feels like a prison cell, even the title of the song, She Don't. I mean, you don't have to take words from a song to make it a title. You could title a song anything you want. And you want it to be related to the song in some way, or maybe in a twist of irony, you wouldn't have the title necessarily say the opposite of what the song is about. But there are different literary devices and all that. But any one of these songs, it could have been titled Prison Cell. But they went with She Don't. But that's very good titling, because it's like, all right, what doesn't she do? Some people might think, oh, she doesn't have sex in this, or she doesn't go to church with me, or whatever. I mean, she don't like me. But no, she doesn't walk away from me, even when I'm on the road, even though she could. Now, I thought that was a bold lyric, because when you're singing a song about a fiance, it's also to your fiance, because the first time you present that song to her, that she's going to have a reaction to it, and you're going to live with that reaction. So it wasn't just about the dynamic of that relationship, but it was really to her. And I mean, I'm just speaking as a sentimental guy. That's how I would perceive something like that. And this is a sentimental song. So I'm no different in that regard than the way this was presented. And so you don't know what that song's about until you hear it. And then you hear it and you're like, oh man, is that beautiful. I mentioned this I love the way it was shot. The lighting, I mean, you had the fireplace and you caught like half of his face or half of her face that was well lit, and you could see the other side partly, but it was still some of the imagery in there. I think it was her hand in front of the fireplace that was in the background. Of course, you had petting the dog. But in the end, when they were kissing, I'm placing myself in my relationship that I have now, and I'm like, oh, he's gone. He's gone. If she did make a criticism of him, he'd better listen. And he will. I mean, that's just the way it works. A good woman makes us men better. A critical woman does not. A critical woman, overly critical, frustrates us. And that's the same thing if a man is overly critical about the woman. It hurts her. Men get frustrated when we expect to be chastised for our stuff, because we act like big babies and kids, and you know, even though we're grown up in age, we're not necessarily grown up psychologically. Generally speaking, we're not. And that's part of the fun that we have. And that's part of what women love about us. It's just our fun loving. But they're going to challenge us on that on occasion. Like, you know, you can't do this. You can't think this. Stop that. Do this. And if it's too much, then it falls in the realm of criticism. But we guys expect that and even embrace that. Generally speaking, not categorically, but generally we expect that from the woman that we're with. And I don't know why that is. As tough as we are in ways, as obstinate as, you know, whatever, we still expect our woman to say that. We just in a relationship, just as long as it's not overly picky, because that will dissolve a relationship pretty quickly. Because we guys are going to fight back, and we keep coming at us on stuff. So I really like this song, support of love, a new beginning. Yeah, and the way it was shot. So Jeff, that was a really good fun. I can't even imagine what your repertoire is in your brain of all these artists and songs and videos and audios that you know. But I'm going to rate this. All right, 9.2 popped into my head just like that. So that's what I'm going with. All right, so that goes in the playlist of songs of 9 and above, folks. That was fun. I enjoyed the heck out of that. I got so many thoughts during that song, and I can't regurgitate them all at the end. But I came up with a lot of them. So there you go. Jeff, thank you again, my friend. That was a good one. David and Amanda, congratulations. I hope things go wonderfully. And feel free to leave your comments here on the channel as you please. Have a great day, folks. I'll see you on another video. Keep rocking the country.